Hey guys, it's Angel. I've been working a little bit on my junk journal. I haven't decorated the cover. Excuse my, I might not be speaking loud enough. I'm trying to speak softly just because it's morning and I'm actually still in my pajamas, but it's morning and everyone is still asleep. But I wanted to show you what I've done so far. So far I've done this little owl, since I told you guys about the owl that I had been hearing at night, and I glued it to the envelope, and then, you know, I have it to where you can open it, and I'll work a little bit more on that, and then I'll work a little bit more on this page, and then so this morning I did a little bit here, and it's funny, I feel like working in my junk journal, it kind of brings me to a very childlike place, and I mean, I see a lot of people's junk journals. I get so jealous because they have all of this really beautiful feminine ephemera, and you know, all these like very vintagey looking style, and I like that, and I, you know, I want to get to where I am at that point one day, maybe, because I would love to do a junk journal that's maybe dedicated to Downton Abbey or you know, Scarlett O'Hara kind of thing. I've got a lot of ideas for future junk journals, you know, in my mind, and I've wrote them down, but I think because this is my first one, and it's been a long time since I've just, you know, played with you know, with, you know, just with supplies, and I haven't done, like, you know, crafty things in a really long time. I've always just focused on watercolor, and there's probably always going to be an element of watercolor in every mixed media thing or junk journal page that I do. But I wanted to share this with you guys because like I said, you know, when I was working on this little owl yesterday, I was using the new papers that I bought, and this is watercolor. The background is watercolor, and if you want, I can show you how I did it. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm not done with it. It's mostly done. I think I want to put some words or, you know, something down here. And I wanted it to be the first page, or you know, I wanted it to be in the front, and I almost put it on the cover, just because, like I said, when I started thinking about making my junk journal, I was hearing this owl every night, and I didn't hear it last night. I even looked up what owls, you know, kind of symbolize, which I'm not one of those people who you know, can't leave the house without looking at their horoscope. I mean, I do think that, you know, the stars and the positions of the planets and things like that have an effect over us as, you know, as as earthly beings. But as far as, like, you know, like the horoscope thing and stuff like that, you know, I don't know. But I think the island girl in me kind of does try to see nature as, you know, like messengers, kind of. And I looked up what different cultures believe in as far as, like, owls. And what I read was that, you know, like in North America and in European countries, you know, where we've always thought of, like, owls as, you know, signifying death, you know, because they, you know, they live in the night, and they, you know, they have such a scary sounding call, and you know, there's kind of a magic in them. But there were different, what I read was there were some different cultures that think of them as sort of almost like a feminine, like a feminine messenger, and because, you know, when we associate night with the moon, you know, and moon's, you know, the phases of the moon kind of affect a woman's cycle, and so they were, you know, that some of these different cultures, a lot of Native American cultures, you know, and primitive cultures, think of the owl as like symbolizing womanhood and fertility and stuff like that, and that really spoke to me, and I like that a lot. So I don't know, I gave her a little crown. She's Queen of the Night. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this this page right here, because I mean, you could see I'm a child of the 80s. But when I was a little girl, my very first music video that I saw was, well, at least on MTV. I remember going to a friend's house who had bragged, like, you know, oh, I have MTV, and I didn't know what that was at the time. But my first video that I saw was a Madonna video, and I had already knew who Madonna was, but I think for a lot of women my age, Madonna is kind of a, I don't want to say, she is an icon, but like, it was a big part of my life as a little girl, and I wanted to create something that looked like something that a little girl would create. And anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's just funny, like, when you're a little girl, what your idea of glamour is. And at the time, you know, Debbie Harry from Blondie and Madonna in that movie, Desperately Seeking Susan, and, you know, glitter and all that stuff, pink glitter and you know, all that stuff, that kind of really, like, spoke to me as a little girl of, like, what is glamorous. So anyway, it's 7 minutes into the video, and I wanted to work on this. So I have these little buttons, and I'm just gonna, like, randomly put them in places, and, like, this is perfect, this, like, little ladybug button, and it has, like, this backing to it. So I think what I want to do is just poke a hole to put it in. Oh no, I ripped a hole, but that's okay. So that'll give me something to give me a little hole to glue it down. And the one thing that I don't like about these Elmer's glues that I bought, these glitter glues that I got at the dollar store, is they take forever to dry, and I don't know if it's going to be strong enough for this, but hopefully it will. And so I'm just going to put these other buttons in random places, and yeah, so let me just put this down. And I just, like, I went and, like, where I keep my extra buttons, and I looked for, like, you know, childish colors. so yeah, so there's that. And then I'm gonna take some of these sequins. It's funny because, like, as an adult, I sometimes you know, when I'm out shopping, I look for, or not look for, but I'll sometimes see things that remind me of when I'm a little kid, and even though it's not really, like, my style, I'll try to get it anyway. Like, I saw, like, if you saw that movie, like, she trades this jacket for a pair of sparkly boots, and I was out shopping with my best friend, who was also, like, you know, big into Madonna, you know, when we were little, and I was like, you know, my goodness, I should get those boots. So I'm just gonna put these, like, sequins down. I just like my idea of like being an adult and being like a glamorous, you know, woman when I was a little girl was that you would grow up and, you know, wear those kinds of clothes, and like every year on Halloween I was Madonna. Which is not very scary, but and I remember when I was 8 years old that video, Like a Virgin, was all the rage, and I remember like asking my dad. We were at breakfast. We had just moved. My dad was in the Navy, so we had just moved to a different place, and we'd moved to Florida. We were living in Hawaii, and my dad got stationed somewhere else, which is here in Florida. Like, I'm gonna put these down too, because I have pictures of myself at that age, and like, oh, okay. Anyway, we had moved, and we were like on this big road trip, and we were eating lunch or breakfast, probably at Denny's. We always stopped at Denny's, and I remember asking my dad, like, what's a virgin? And you know, because I didn't know what that was. I was so innocent. And I think my dad said something like, you know, just somebody who's innocent. And that was the end of the conversation. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, and hopefully this is going to stick. If it doesn't, I will get out my super strong industrial glue. But yeah, and this glue, it dries so slow. I mean, I love using Mod Podge as glue because it dries fast, and it's just you know, it doesn't let me down. I really like regular Elmer's glue too, like regular white glue. And I'm out, so I need to go get some. I should have got some while, I don't know, where am I gonna put that? I should have got some while I was at the dollar store. But yeah, I feel like she needs some sequins, huh? Why should Madonna have all the glory? So, we'll give her some gold sequins. We'll put it on her jacket. So yeah, so that's where I am so far. I really would love to do recreate that owl and film that. I so enjoyed that. And I was thinking about making one, you know, for a friend, and so I might, you know, I might record that. So, okay, so that's that for now. Maybe we'll put a couple here. Let's try this silver glue. This glue is really not that great. I mean, I don't know if it's how sticky it is. I know it's not that sparkly, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. Put some more sequins. I cut these out of I think Vogue magazine. I think they were well, I don't remember what article that was from, but these were photos that I think Andy Warhol took. So, yeah. I had this, I think my brother had this album. And I still love that music. I'm really not like a huge, you know, fan of like 80s music, and like I know when like when kids today when I started seeing like in fashion trends like the 80s music, and not 80s music, the 80s fashion trends coming back, I was like, no, that is like an era of fashion that should never have happened. But it was fun to remember. So that's where I am for now. I'll just leave it at that because I gotta let that dry anyway, and I don't know if this is finished or not. I'm sure it's not. But yeah, and I'm really glad that I got to use these Ladybug stickers. I had like 5 pages of Ladybug stickers, and every time I would send somebody a letter, I would put Ladybugs all over the envelopes, and I had this left, and I didn't have anybody else to like, everybody that I've sent letters to or cards to has already got, Ladybugs. So I'm happy to use them. So yeah, so that's where I am for now. I'm happy about where I am. I don't want to put this page, but yeah, if you'd like to see how I did this owl, let me know. I had a lot of fun putting these little, because it's a Georgia pine that I was imagining the owl was in. There's the place where I live, we're surrounded by palmettos and cabbage palms and Georgia pines and crepe myrtles and all of those beautiful southern trees, live oaks and Spanish moss and all that. But yeah, if you'd like to see how I did this, because I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'm probably going to make another one, for a friend of mine. So let me know. And yeah, so thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this little chat and quick little doing some work, and yeah, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.